everybody. Hello, hello. Come on, let's have a ball, shall we? I know, I'm late. I'm sorry. It's just a whole thing with me and technology, and eventually I'm just gonna have some tech person that just follows me around and like press buttons, and then I can just do my thing and really just let me be great. Facebook technology, just let me be great, right? Like, it's so ridiculous. Anyways, hey everybody, come on, let's have a ball, shall we? We're gonna talk about patterns. Patterns and cycles and patterns. Oh my, right? You guys, there's so much that goes into this, and I really think that I'm going to give you guys a tip today that is going to just, and you're just gonna be like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do with my life. I know everybody's probably thinking, oh, she's not going live. Heather, can you please tag Carrie? I know that she wanted to set her alarm and I'm late, so eventually technology will just be like, I love Dee. Be great, Dee. And everything will be fine, right? Eventually. Maybe not right this second, but eventually. Hey, Tara. All right, there we go. We've got comments. Emily. Hello, Emily. Carrie. All righty. Heather. Awesome. Hi. You guys, holy smokes. Like, I am terribly sorry for being late. Punctuality is not my thing. I will give myself that. I will hold myself accountable for that. But the fact of the matter is that time is an illusion anyways. No. Electronics just don't like me, you guys. Like, for the first 3 minutes, like, I didn't even have a go live button. I'm like, really? Really, Facebook? Hello, Eric. How are you? Habits and patterns. Habits and cycles. Cycles and habits. The way they just kind of make our heads spin, right? You guys, so let me know. I asked you guys in the post I made earlier to drop some things that that you think that you have habits around. And we can talk about it today, but I know I remember right off the bat a few. Self-sabotaging was one of them. That's a huge habit we need to break, right? And then we have, saying no. I know that Becca had mentioned saying no, and that's a boundary, right? So that's another habit that would need to be broken, right? But what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was kind of like the cause and the effect, right? So did I disappear? Hopefully I'm here, you guys. I don't know what just happened. Anyways, there is a cycle that happens whenever we start talking about habits. So it's cue, activity, reward. If you're not writing this down, you probably want to. So we receive a cue, right? Be it a let's just use end of the day, okay? End of the day. The clock strikes, whatever, your alarm clock goes off and it says, hey, check it out. It's the end of the day, we get to clock out for the day, right? So it triggers the activity, okay? The activity of leaving work. You get to leave, you get to clock out, right? And the reward is, what's your reward? You get to leave work, right? Another one that's talked about a lot is when you wake up in the morning, your alarm goes off to wake you up. You're cued to wake up, right? And your activity is to actually, roll over, turn the alarm off, get up. And what's your reward? Your reward could be that cup of coffee, right? Or that power hour, or that hour of gratitude, or the 30 minutes of gratitude, or your shower in the morning. It could be a multitude of things. But that's what's creating a habit. See what I'm doing there? So if there is a habit, be it a good habit that you're wanting to create and grow and do more of, or a bad habit that you're wanting to break and stop doing, then you need to interrupt the cycle of the cue, activity, and reward. So with that being said, we had, okay, so we'll use Becca's. Hi, Gretchen, how are you? We'll use Becca's, okay? So Becca said, not saying no, so that's a boundary, right? And that one's kind of twofold because it is a boundary, but we'll just use the not saying no, okay? If you're not saying no enough, that's because you are not gleaming a reward. There's no, so you're cued by the question, right? And the activity is your response. So the interrupt needs to come in between your cue and the activity, okay? So can anybody tell me in the comments, how would you interrupt? How would you interrupt that sequence of events? I was so late, I didn't even ask you guys about wins today. But how would you interrupt that sequence of events? So before, as soon as we're cued, since I'm not getting any answers here, as soon as we're cued, our immediate response is going to be, Carrie, breathe and look within. I love it, Carrie. Look at you go. Yes. So our first response is going to be, I really need some time to think about this. And if it's something that's time sensitive, you can always say, you know, wow, that's really short notice. I need some time to think about this. You know, I'm not sure where I'm at with this, or let me kind of touch base and then I'll get back to you, right? So then we're pausing. There's a pause in between the cue and the activity, right? So that pause allows two things to happen. Number one, it allows them to reevaluate if they should have even asked you the question in the first place. And two, it allows you space to really get comfortable with how you're going to present your answer. If it's a yes, it's a yes, that's fine. If it's a no, that's a no, that's fine. But making yourself comfortable and how you're framing your thoughts around that, right? So I know that saying no is a huge problem for a lot of people because we have boundary issues. And I say we because everybody on the planet has some form of a boundary issue somewhere. Even if it's, you know, the people closest to us that you don't want to say no to. So with that being said, that we need a pause in between that pattern, okay, that habit. So the cue, then you're going to get your pause, and then we have the activity, and then okay guys, I have to interrupt. This hasn't happened in a while. Somebody has a really bad headache. Like a really, really, really bad headache. Like to the point I'm even being told to like monitor my tone. Yeah, if you guys, whoever has the really bad headache, you don't have to claim it. That's fine. Just drink more water and you need more sleep. Gary, is your head hurting though? Hi, Steph. How are you? Yeah. You're pushing too hard, Carrie. You need to I know it's easier said than done, but you need more sleep. You're not getting enough. And my famous, more water. I know, I'm sorry, I can't help it. Yeah, what are you gonna do, right? Yeah. Something else you need to try, Carrie, is that you can go into the bathroom or the kitchen or wherever you can be like alone for a couple of minutes and run your hands under the water with the intention that you are releasing the physical tension that is pent up in your body. Okay? So you may want to try that. And it doesn't have to be an hour or 2 hours or whatever, you know, just it could just be, just run your hands under the water with the intention, set it clear. I am releasing the physical tension that is being pent up in my body right now. Okay. We don't get to make up sleep, but sleep, you need to get some sleep, hun. So anyways, let's keep moving, shall we? So the next one that we have was, self-sabotage. Sorry, had a review in my brain. So self-sabotaging it becomes a habit, right? Like all these things become a habit, especially if we have a reward behind it. Now, you guys hear me all the time say self-sabotage is an act of self-harm, because it is. Because there is self-worth issues, or there is self-esteem issues that you're struggling with, or there is mindsets that have become a problem, or there is thoughts, feelings, and emotions that we are continuing to bury, that we are not processing, in a sense giving us the feeling that we just don't deserve this stuff, okay? So whatever the reward would be, right? So really pausing in between. So let's say a self-sabotage situation. Okay, you're on a diet and there's cake. Let's just use diet and cake. I cut sugar, you guys, so everything is like sugar related in my brain. But let's just use diet and a cake. Okay, so you're on this like really intense diet, but it's only 10 days, right? You're only on this 10-day diet. So 10 days, you just have to go 10 days with no cake. And you come home from work and your daughter or your son has baked this beautiful cake, and it's so, like, you can tell it's fluffy and moist and just a beautiful, beautiful cake. And you do really well, right? You're like, okay, well, that's cake, and you know, I still have 6 of my 10 days left. I have to wait, right? I have to wait. I can't eat this cake yet, okay? So you're going through your process. Well, then, you know, you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm eating the cake. So here's what happened. You got cued by somebody preparing the cake, okay? The activity was a decision. When it comes to self-sabotage, the activity was a decision, okay? Most of the time it is. So your decision was to eat the cake or not the cake. If you said, okay, I eat the cake, your reward's the cake. See where I'm going with this? If you decide not to eat the cake, your reward is sticking to your plan, okay? Self-sabotage comes in when we decide instant gratification over a goal, okay? 9 times out of 10, if we require instant gratification on a continual basis, it is because we do not feel as though we are 100% worthy of the outcome if we would maintain. That's all there is to it. I know I make that sound way simpler than it must, but that's just the reality of it. That's just the truth of it. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. There's no disputing it. There's no, you know, anything like that. Like, we got to be real with ourselves here. Does anybody have any other habits that they're curious about that they would like to run through? I love this part. This is like one of my favorite things to go back and forth with. I know some of you have quit smoking. I know some of you are changing eating habits. I know some of you are starting to get active now. I know some of you are really trying to foster better relationships now. And so there's lots to choose from here, guys. Emily, overthinking. Ooh, I like this one. Okay, so if it's a specific thing, are you comfortable discussing a specific thing, or should we just maintain that conversation for dive? I think we can maintain for dive. But overthinking in general, let's just do that. We're fine. Okay, so we're overthinking, right? So then we immediately check what is the cue for the overthinking. Usually it's something outside of us, Okay, somebody said something, somebody's done something, somebody's acting different, the vibe's off, people aren't showing up how they usually show up, you know, or there's just this weird sense of like knowing that you're getting, and something is not, like the math isn't mathing here, right? So there's your cue. There can be a billion different cues when it comes to overthinking. You guys know what the cues are, but trust me, I know that you guys know what the cues are for overthinking. You guys get it all the time. Now, the activity is the actual thought, okay? So if the thought is about a person, okay? So we'll say, you know, oh, does this person like me? Do they not like me? Do they want a relationship with me? You know, oh, well, they're kind of being standoffish. They're not acting the way they usually act, that kind of thing. Then we kind of get sucked into the cycle. And then the thing that's happening is you're looping around in the activity, right? Because there's no reward other than you're creating all kinds of random scenarios, right? But there's really, truly no reward. So you're cycling, being stuck in the activity of it, okay? So if we can attach a reward to a thought, the sooner we can attach a reward to a thought and an activity, the better, because it pulls us out of being able to just cycle. The way I picture it is like circle in the drain, you know what I mean? So if you have it to where, okay, the thought's been cued, you know, something's off, the thought's been cued, and then you're thinking, okay, well, you know, does this person really want a relationship with me? Do they not want a relationship with me? Why are they acting funny? Oh, they must have, you know, seen something or heard something or know something that I don't know, or they must not really like me, or they're trying to play games, and you're in that cycle. Then you can pause between the activity and the reward here, although I would like to pause after cue. So always try to pause after you're cued, but I know it's going to happen. So then you're pausing after the activity, right? And you're saying, okay, here's the reality of it. This person says that they like me, but where's my reward in that? Okay, so then the reward needs to become something for you. And it can be something specific, it can be something general. The reward is that that's allowing you to explore other opportunities. That's allowing you to understand that there are people out there who are specifically wanting the type of relationship that you're offering, or the life that you are offering, or the life that you have even, right? There's people out there that truly do want to step into that kind of a life. Okay, so we need to give ourselves a reward. Now, sometimes, especially with overthinking, you really want to make sure that it's something that gives you a sense of instant gratification, okay? So typically, if it was to be something like that, the first thing I would say is, damn, I dodged a bullet with that one. You know, like for me, if this was me, if it was my situation and I was overthinking and it was relationshiply based, then I would be like, you know what? Source, guides, higher power, whatever it may be, thank you for keeping me out of that. And I know that sounds a lot easier said than done, but it's the facts. Okay, let's go back up. Okay, bad habit of biting my nails when I am stressed. Eric, okay, that's a good one. That's actually a really good one. Okay, so the cue is you're stressed, right? Whatever the stress may be caused from. So you get stressed. The activity is biting your nails, okay? And the reward is what? You are physically exerting your stress, okay? So it does, in a sense, alleviate some of the stress and the pressure that you have built up inside of your body. What is a way to avoid that? How could we switch that up, right? How could we pause between the activity, or between the cue and the activity? Okay, when we're cued with the stress, we need to find a positive activity to replace it with, okay? And since you are already expressing that you bite your nails, that is something where you need to physically exert the energy. This could be running in place, you know, really quick, just running in place for a couple, you know, as many minutes as you can. I don't know what you're, you know, up against, but this could be running in place, really, really quick, running in place. And if that feeling subsides, then you know that you have satisfied the activity, okay? Then your reward is You've just moved your body. You've relieved your stress, right? So we need to be reframing how we're addressing this. Okay, let's see. Stephanie, so I've been staying completely to myself and just taking care of my things I should be focusing on. Awesome, Stephanie. Awesome. Awesome. It's a good place to be. Carrie, fitting in at work with people who are nothing like me in any way. I beat myself up in my mind. Okay. So, that is a revolving door, the overthinking. I think we just need to reapply in the same sense, Carrie. We really need to reapply. Yeah. Yeah. So staying away, there's a fine line. You know, are you self-isolating or are you healing? Because not everybody is going to understand your healing journey or your growth journey or your personal journey for that matter. Not everybody's going to understand that. So if you're not isolating and you're really just in a place where you're healing and you're managing what you can manage when you can manage it, and that's all fine, then you're fine. And the reward for that is huge. So you've been cued by something, probably stress or trauma, to isolate, probably to heal, just because I know you and we talk and you're in dive, so I know. And then your reward is coming out of the other side stronger. Now, Carrie, when it comes to work and trying to fit in, or thinking about fitting in, worrying about fitting in, we don't fit in. We don't fit in. We dictate the vibration of which we carry. We also dictate the vibration of which people approach us. Now, this is something that I hear a lot of people say, and it's catchy and it's cute, but it's wrong. It's really wrong. They'll say, you know, oh, I treat you how you treat me, or I match energy, so come at me however you will. That's wrong. That's wrong. You don't match energy. You don't ever match energy. You hold your own vibration, and they can either meet you or they can leave. And that's all there is to it. You are a blessing, and that is a lesson that they're going to learn, okay? Is that, you know, damn, I could have had a great friend, or I really could have, you know, had fun with her, or, you know, oh, she makes the most amazing jokes, or she's so compassionate and is a really great listener. That's their problem now. That now becomes their problem. Don't make it your own. Do not make it your own. Okay? So you just keep your vibration where it needs to be. And a lot of times I tell you guys, and I'm not sure, you know, how much you guys listen to this or not, but a lot of times I'm telling you guys, hey, listen, we have, when we are a certain vibration, we are attracting that certain thing, okay? So look at it like this too, Carrie and Emily and Stephanie. If you are carrying a vibration that they are not capable of matching, you will never fit in. You will never be what they want, and they will never be able to support you in a way that you need, because they are actually incapable of it, at least where they're showing up. We can only ever meet somebody where they first met themselves. So at least where they are showing up vibrationally right now, they're not a match. There is no match there, the equally yoked thing, you know? So there's no match there. It's not compatible energy, and you can't really get anywhere with that. So that's why usually I'm just like, I see you, universe, thank you. And I quickly move on, right? That's why everybody tells me, you know, how come you don't get more upset when people don't like you? And I'm supposed to be upset because my vibration pattern is not a match for theirs. We're not in alignment. Why? Their vibration pattern is probably in alignment with 500 other people, and mine's in alignment with 1,000 other people. Like, why would I be upset about that? Why would you be upset about that? Right? You guys really have to realize that when you're healing, you guys are going way back. And while it may only feel like you're healing something right now or in the present, You're going way back to any time that you've ever felt the pain that you are feeling now or that's coming up. You're going way back to every single time and you're healing those. And there's people out there, believe it or not, that have zero interest in healing any of it. They just want to la-di-da and live their lives and peace be with you and hope for the best, right? Like they're completely content being a shit show. And they're completely content with the type of things that they attract into their life being a shit show. I, for one, am not. I'm always looking for the next level of vibration. Always, always, always. I'm always looking to carry others into the next level of vibration as well. Always, always, always. So you guys will definitely see, like, numbers will rise and they'll fall in groups and stuff like that because it's just how it is. Like, I want to heal the vibration. I want to feel the vibration, number one. I want to come into alignment with what I'm needing to come into alignment with, and I want to carry it to the next vibration. Some can go with us, some can't. Alrighty. Did I explain that enough, you guys? I know I kind of got on a tangent, but did I explain that enough? Do you guys think you have it? You get it? You guys understand? Replay watchers, real quick for me. Hashtag replay in the comments if you come back and watch this afterwards. See, I forgot all that stuff. I was so late. A little bit of housekeeping, you guys. Please remember, too, I also have 2 spots that just opened up in the dive program. If you are interested in the dive program, shoot me a message and let's talk about what that looks like. Alrighty, yes. All right, awesome. That's what I like to see. So I would love if you guys would come back tomorrow, like find a way to apply the cycle, the habit cycle. Find a way to apply that, you know, through tonight and tomorrow, and come back tomorrow and let me know if you've applied it and where. I'll pin this to the top, that way you guys can find it pretty easily. But I would love to see where you guys are applying this. That'd be super helpful for me as well. And just remember, guys, it's a cycle, and wherever you're at in the cycle, it's a 3-pattern cycle. I'm all about patterns and stuff, guys. So it's a 3-pattern cycle. Wherever you're at, wherever you're struggling at in the cycle, or wherever you get stuck at in the cycle, or wherever the cycle goes south, then you know that's you need to insert your pause right before that. Cues are going to happen. Cues are another fancy word for trigger. I prefer cues. So, but they're going to happen. It's gonna happen. Okay. You can't stop the cues. But that's what keeps the world running. So it keeps the world going round. So we're good with that. It's your reaction to the activity and then the result of the reward. Find a way to give yourselves rewards, guys. And I'm telling you, the habits that you create, the things that, you know, the habits that you're trying to create from that will be wildly successful with that mindset. And the ones that you're trying to break, easy peasy lemon squeezy with that mindset. Okay. Alrighty, I feel like I've armed you guys. You guys are ready to do it. You guys are ready to go after it now. Like listen, nothing's gonna hold you back now. But I would definitely love if you guys would come back tomorrow at some point and let me know. Hey, I did it on this and it worked fantastic. Or hey, I tried it on this and it didn't work. What did I do wrong? You know, and let's kind of just open up a dialogue about that. Lisa, hello. You guys will have to catch the replay because I am out of here. I have kept enough of y'all's time. Let you guys get back to it. Carrie, don't forget to wash your hands a little bit. Wash your hands a little bit. Steph, you need some black obsidian. If you do not have any, you need to let either Heather or I know so that we can make that happen for you. I know Heather has like boatloads of it. I have some, but yeah, we're gonna have to catch a replay because I'm out of here, guys. I'm gonna let you go. I'm going to go back to working. I have tons of stuff in the works and I'm excited about, and I can't wait to kind of start showing you guys. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But I love you, and I will see you next week. Same time, same place, same charm. And kick ass. We're gonna have an amazing weekend, guys. Amazing weekend. It's gonna kick off some pretty amazing stuff for the week to come. Blessings.